JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today's the 1st of September 2020. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Tuesday's afternoon session where we're going to have a quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos. And of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yep, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top, guys. So yep, it'll take you to this page, which we as I said, update on a daily basis, and I believe you can find it useful. So now then, okay, so let's jump into the charts. Now the first one I want to touch on here is the German DAX. Now the index here is drifting lower today. It's pushing below the 21-day EMA, yep, it's pushing toward below the 21-day EMA and getting closer to this short-term upside support line that I've mentioned to you guys previously, the one that's taken from the low the 15th of June. Now, in a way, what I was saying, that in a way, if the price still remains above this upside line, then there's still a chance for the index to reverse back to the upside and move higher. For those who are more on the cautious side, you could just wait for a break above the 13,314 level here, which is the highest point of July, and then target higher levels, because such a move would confirm a forthcoming higher high. Now, jumping into NASDAQ 100, now yesterday the NASDAQ 100 created a new all-time high for itself, another one, and yep, it seems that it continues to rally here, and it mainly got boosted by Tesla and Apple stock splits. So basically, we were seeing that the index managed to reach a new all-time high near the 12,167 zone. If we take a look at the cash index and where it's currently trading at, we'll see that the price is above that level, because today the cash index did push further north, and it managed to reach an area near the 12,250 territory. So basically now it's declining a little bit. However, it still remains above the yesterday's high here. So basically what we're going to do here for now is we're going to keep an eye on this level, this 12,167 zone. If we get a drop below it, then maybe we could consider a bit of a maybe a correction to the downside here towards these levels, towards, of course, initially the psychological 12,000 zone. But if the 12,000 zone does not provide decent support, then yes, further decline could be possible towards this upside support line taken from the low of the 23rd of March. So in a way, guys, any move lower up until this upside line could still be seen as a temporary correction before another leg of buying. So keep your eyes on that one. But again, for now, it is difficult to kind of aim for higher levels, because however, don't really have any we don't have any indication of a possible larger correction at the moment. So so yeah, we can only take it as it is. If we want to aim for higher levels, we need to see a push above the previous high before considering the next possible resistance level. So in this point here, like I said, we'll have a nice opening gap here to the upside, and keep your eyes on it. And if we get a nice push above it again, above it, then yes, we could start looking at maybe levels like the 12,500 or even above that. But again, that's quite a decent run already that we saw here on NASDAQ 100. So so yeah, that's why for now it's a little bit tricky here with this particular index, because on one hand there's probably a lot of people who are trying to short this one, but again, we don't really have a clear indication of a reversal, so that's why we'll be very careful with that. Dow Jones. Now Dow Jones closed yesterday in the red and drifted lower. Looking at the cash index and where it's currently balancing at, it's currently sitting at around 28,350 territory, so basically below yesterday's close. However, this still keeps the price above this these two upside lines. So in a way, as long as these two upside lines continue to provide support, then yes, we could see a nice reversal here and a push higher. So that's why, guys, for now the downside scenario is only the one that where we're gonna consider a possible correction only. So if this upside line taken from the low that 2nd of April gets broken, now this is where it could become very interesting for the sellers, especially if the price starts falling below the 27,580 zone, which is marked by the highest point of June, and also, as you can see, it acted as a good area of support back here on the 20th of August. So so yeah, we need to see a drop below this area in order to get a little bit more or should I say, I wouldn't say a little bit more, but to get comfortable with let's say comfortable with lower areas. Now silver. Silver, I talked about silver well, yesterday actually, and it is pushing nicely above this 27.73 territory, so that's great news for the buyers. Yesterday we saw a nice daily close above that, and this is the result that we're having. So everything is working according to my plan here that I've talked about yesterday, that if we get a nice daily close above this 27.73 territory, then yes, we could start looking at some higher levels, especially aiming for the highest point of August near the 29.86 territory, and of course then we'll take it from there, because if that fails to withstand the bullish pressure, then yes, a break of it would confirm a forthcoming higher high and higher levels could be met. But again, for now, let's keep it short and simple. The commodity is still trading nicely above this upside support line taken from the low, the 17th of July, so that's great news. That supports the upside. The fact that yesterday we managed to break and close above the 27.73 level, that's also great news. But we're not going to drag this one way too much to the upside. We're just going to target this 29.86 level first. Ethereum is having a nice pop here. So this morning we were trading already above this highest point of August near the 447.50 territory, roughly around here. And what I was saying this morning, that our next target is the 485.60 zone, roughly around here, marked by the high of the 24th of July of 2018. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for initially. If that gets overshot, then of course the next target is the high of the the high of the 18th of July near the 516.80 territory, roughly around here. But again, let's keep it short and simple. Like I said, for now, what I'm going to be targeting is this 485.60 zone, marked by the high of the 24th of July of 2018. In case this suddenly starts dropping back below the 447.50 territory here, then well, I mean, all this area right here will be somewhat of a neutral one. However, if it falls below the 411 zone marked by the inside swing high of the 24th of August, now this is where it could become a little bit more interesting for these sellers. Now, USDJPY, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. To be honest, the same analysis remains. This morning I talked about this one, and in a way, in order to aim for a bit of a larger correction to the upside, we still need that confirmation break above the 106 zone and also above the 21-day EMA. For now, that's not happening. I mean, the pair continues to flirt with this level, but even we cannot really talk about the downside because we're not near this 105.30 zone, a break of which is required in order to get a little bit more comfortable with lower areas. So that's why, guys, for now we're just waiting on this one. GBP-CHF. Now, I talked about this pair last week a lot, and I was telling you guys to keep a close eye on this 1.2037 zone. And what I was saying that if we get a nice break above it, then yes, of course, this could open the door towards higher levels, and our next target could be this highest point of June near the 1.2260 zone. And as you can see, we're having that nice pop above this barrier, so this idea of an ascending triangle is working out nicely. The pair is even pushing further above the 200-day EMA, so that's great. And like I said, for now, what I'm targeting is this 1.2260 zone, and if we get a nice test of it, and if the rate kind of finds good resistance here, then yep, we'll have to reevaluate everything again here. Maybe we'll see a bit of a correction here back down. However, of course, if it continues to push further north and pushes above this barrier, then yep, that's when we will start looking at this 1.2530 territory marked near the lows of the 15th of January and the 4th of February of this year. So again, for now, long story short, basically for now we're aiming for this 1.2260 zone, and then we'll take it from there. Quick update on EURCAD. So the pair here is moving nicely to the upside, and the most important is breaking this short-term downside resistance line taken from the high of the 31st of July, and it's also pushing above the 21-day EMA, which also is seen as a bullish indication. Now, just to be on a safe side, what you could do here is keep an eye on this high of the 25th of August, which, as you can see, currently acted as a good area of resistance. Today acted as a good area of resistance, and this level is near the 1.5647 zone. So a nice good pop above that could increase the pair's chances of a further push north, where we could then aim for the 1.5755 level marked by the high of the 18th of August. So again, like I said, for now everything's looking quite positive here for this pair, but if you want to be a little bit more on the safe side, wait for a break above this 1.5647 zone, and then yes, like I said, we could start looking at a further move higher. And finally, EURUSD. So the pair is flirting with this 1.1996 territory, and that level, just let me remind you what that level is, and that level is the high here of the 15th of May. No, sorry, that's going to be 14th of May, 2018. So again, the pair did test that psychological 120 zone, but as you can see, the bears kind of pushed it back below it. So now the pair is still trading below that psychological 120 zone, and as I've mentioned to you guys this morning, that we'll keep an eye on this 1.20 zone. If it continues to provide resistance, then maybe we could see a bit of a correction first before another leg of buying. Now, in terms of the downside here, we need to see a break of this short-term upside support line taken from the low of the 14th of May, and then we could consider further declines. But for now, guys, as I said, we'll be very careful, and for now we are a little bit more bullish than bearish. However, we'll keep a close eye on this 1.20 territory. If the 1.20 zone continues to provide decent resistance, then maybe we could see a bit of a correction to the downside here. But like I said, I'll pick up on this tomorrow. I'll see where it's gonna end up today, being today, and yep, we'll take it from there, guys. So I hope you found it useful, and thank you very much for watching and listening, guys. If you want to catch my video tomorrow morning, as always, my Trader's Espresso, that's 6 o'clock GMT time. For now, guys, I hope you have a wonderful trading evening, And if you're finished for the day, well, I mean, have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.